Hello everybody, welcome to CRAFTOPIA. This is a new game, still in early access, pretty janky, but I see some potential in it. It's a game sort of similar to like Ark or Rust, neither of which I've played, but this one, for some reason, it struck me a little bit different. I think the art style I like better. It's more cartoony and less sort of like gritty, realistic. Ark isn't really gritty either, but I didn't really play that one. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm gonna make a character. As much as I would love to look at a girl character all day, that's not really how I play games. So I'm going to instead... I like this old man face here. That's what I did for my test character. I'm gonna make something that looks, you know, vaguely like me, I guess. So it needs to be bald for sure. There's no beard option. It says coming soon. I've been playing this game a little bit. I played it for like 4 hours yesterday or something like that. These are all coming soon. So it's definitely still in development. It's early access, and it's like quite early access. The game is definitely not like fully ready to be played yet. That's not really what I mean. I don't mean it's not ready to be played. It's ready to be played. It's just not like in its final form right now. So it's definitely going to be getting updates. They're actively updating it right now. I mean, there's been like when I looked at the Steam page, there's been like 3 updates in the last 5 days. So they're actively updating it right now. And so everything that we see today is going to be... There's a lot of jank in the game, but it's all going to be fixed. It's all going to be worked on continuously.
Now test complete. All hands.
So this is the sort of basic story that they have right now, which is that you apparently blew up the world for some unknown reason. Still in early access. The loading times can be a little much. There you go. And now we're in heaven. And there's this, what do you call that? A fawn? Fawn goddess of some sort? Do you remember Earth? It's the planet you destroyed. You don't remember? You definitely destroyed it. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say is that the developers of this game definitely do not speak English as a first language. So a lot of these translations are really weird. Especially in like the tooltips and the like item descriptions. Like they clearly just wrote it in their native language and then use Google Translate or something to translate it, which can result in some pretty hilarious stuff. I'm always a fan of poorly translated English. Alright, so I have a world here that I was playing on before, but I'm not gonna use that, at least not for right now. So new world, name. What do we want to name it? For some reason, the first thing that came to my mind is Grindelwald's Wald. There's not enough space. I was gonna say Wald because I believe Wald is forest in German, and it also sounds like world. How about that? Grindelwald. Sure, why not? Sounds good to me. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work because there's this mechanic in the game where you can, it's showing the tip on the screen right now, where you can transport yourself to different islands. But I'm not sure, like, if the worlds and the islands are separate. So I don't know if you can use the altar of transportation to transport yourself from world to world. It might just be, you know, each world has a set of islands, and then in order to change worlds, you have to go back to the menu. Alright, so here we are. We have a bunch of tutorial people, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're getting stuff left and right. Achievements. The achievements do a pretty decent job of guiding you through the beginning of the game. But basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to... Okay, I guess I can't punch that rock, it's too small. We're going to start collecting some resources. From these barrels, it seems like all you really get is cooking ingredients. So once you get some stone and some wood, you can start putting together some crafting stuff. That's right, I don't have to continuously click, I can hold. I'm not sure how this video is going to go because it is a little bit boring to just watch, you know, crafting over and over again. But, oh well. I think that long term, this game has a lot of potential. I like the art style. I tend to like cartoony art styles better than, you know, more realistic ones. So I like that, and I like the way that they have... I like a lot of the mechanics that they have right now, and a lot of the sort of direction that they seem to be taking the game. Like, there's a glider in the game, and you can climb walls, so it's very much like Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild, you could say, is pretty obviously their main inspiration, as far as like aesthetically and a lot of the movement and stuff. Alright, so now I want to go ahead and craft myself an axe and a pickaxe. The inventory management is a little weird right now. They've got this system that I've never really seen in a game before where you got your hotbar, but you have to middle click to select things off of the hotbar. It's actually kind of useful in some cases because you can have a healing item on your hotbar, and you don't have to like in Minecraft, if you have food on your hotbar, you have to switch to the food and then eat it. But in this, you know, I have my axe equipped, and that's not going to be unequipped until... Look at... I'm sure you can hear her. The axe isn't going to be unequipped while I'm eating food. So if I have some food in my hotbar, I can eat that and still keep my weapons equipped. That's all I was trying to say. But it is a little weird because you have to hit tab to open your inventory, and then you drag things to assign them to your hotbar, which is a little different. And the inventory is laid out a little different than any sort of games I've played recently. But none of that's bad, it just takes a little getting used to. So the first, like, I don't know, 30 minutes of this is going to be mostly gathering resources and crafting some basic stuff. It's probably only got one hit left. Okay, so I'm just going to, like, oops. Yeah, and then, see, I had to middle click to switch to the pickaxe, and I'm not used to that still, even though I've been playing this game for a little bit. But that's fine. Alright, so now that I've done some of that stuff, I can start crafting the workbench. And I think you don't really have to wait too long before you move on to the next age. I'll show you what I mean in a second. I guess I'll just build this on the beach. It's fine. So this Altar of Civilization, yeah, I can just build it right now. But it also requires resources. So this is kind of how you unlock more crafting recipes. I think that's all it does for right now. But basically you have to use this in order to get more crafting recipes, and you need the crafting recipes to like move on in the game and stuff. So Alright, what else do I need right now? So I probably need a campfire to start cooking some meat. And I should take a look around because I know there's like chests and stuff laying around that will have things that I need. And I will get to that eventually. And I need a weapon, and then I can start looking for the dungeons. I'm trying to just like, okay, well, not really what I meant to do, but I'm trying to just get through this stuff pretty quickly, because, you know, I think I've seen some screenshots of stuff that look really interesting in the late game, so I think this is the kind of game where you're not going to be able to really get a feel for it in just one sitting, or, you know, like a couple of YouTube videos. The combat is one of the main complaints I have with the game right now. It's pretty janky. They need to have some different stuff. Like, you need to be able to interrupt your attacks, at least somewhat. And also, I feel like the range on these attacks is not, like, very intuitive. I don't know, because, like, you do have your little white circle there, which I think is accurate, but I'm not sure, because there's been situations where I'm like, I should be able to hit this person, and then it doesn't hit. But obviously that could just be my error, you know. But I've seen other complaints on forums, not forums, but like on the Steam community page about that. Similar complaints. Okay, so I can make a glider. And I have my campfire, so I can start cooking this meat. Yep, and try not to burn myself. That's another common complaint that I have, is that when you stop moving, when you like let go of the run button, you don't stop moving right away. You continue for a little bit, and then that makes me run into stuff all the time. It kind of makes sense. I mean, it's not like, you know, it makes sense. Alright, and then they want me to do this as well. I leveled up, so I need to take care of some of that. One of the things I want to do with this game is I want to find some people to play with. The multiplayer is like in beta. I mean, this game is in beta, but the multiplayer is especially in beta, from what I've heard. Like, it disconnects frequently, desyncs frequently, stuff like that. So it might not be the best idea, but I want to get into some multiplayer with some people, because I feel like that would probably enhance the experience quite a bit. If it's just me sitting here, like, clicking on buttons, then, you know, it's something or other. But if I could get some friends together to play this game... What do you want? It's nothing. It's a stupid app on my phone that keeps pushing notifications to me that I don't want. Alright, I need copper ore and I need cooked meat in order to progress. So, I have some cooked meat. I'm probably just going to eat this stuff, though. What I need is a sword. So I think I have to progress to the next stage of advancement before I can craft the buildings necessary to make a sword. So I need to get, what did it say, 10 copper ore, I think. And then I need to get cooked meat, enough to do that. What was the other thing? I think I just need more wood. So let me grab those real quick. I mean, I guess since there's like a lot of just kind of busy work in this game, it might be a good place for me to start talking about like meta stuff. I've been trying to avoid that a lot, doing the Japanese videos and doing the as far as the eye videos, because I think that it's something I lean on a little too much as a crutch, just talking about like, you know, what I'm doing and what's going on in my life and stuff like that. You use money to repair your weapons, which is a little weird, and I imagine that's going to change at some point. They're probably working on some sort of repair mechanic. But yeah, in terms of like meta stuff, so my life's a little weird right now. We found bed bugs in our house not too long ago, like last week, I guess, and so we've been trying to get ready for that, get ready to have the treatment. They want us to like do a bunch of stuff, like you have to get any sort of cloth that's in the house, you have to put through the dryer to kill the nymph stage. I imagine it kills all of them, not just the nymph, but I don't know. It's been a little... Communication's been a little weak between us and the inspector... Not inspectors, the... What do you call them? Exterminators. And so we've been preparing for that. We had to go through a bunch of, like... There's just, like, a bunch of boxes that we had stored in the basement. Right near where I record these videos. Oh, also, I mean, I got this green screen in, like, while that was all happening. I'm gonna lay this out slightly differently than I did in my last game. So now I'm starting to smelt some metals and stuff. I can get a sword pretty soon, and then there's a couple other things that I need to do. So I need to get into some dungeons. Oh yeah, I never equipped my glider. I'm not really paying any attention to the tutorial stuff. I probably should be. Just like, it's good and like helpful. Oh yeah, but they want you to like eat raw meat first to see that it doesn't work and stuff. All right, I need to. Why do I only have one? Didn't I cook 4? Did I already eat them all or something? Why do I only have one of these? I think there's some bugs with like inventory stuff. I have seen... When did I get a bow? Did I craft that? Oh, did I pick it up out of the chest? I must have. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not paying attention to much right now. I mean, the beginning of this game is a little boring, I would say. Alright, what was I saying? I don't remember. One of the things I have a problem with in this game is the inventory screen is tab, but then you use escape. I guess you can use tab or escape to get out of it. I don't know, the controls are a little weird. Like in most games, I guess the main game that I have to compare it with is Minecraft. And in Minecraft you use E to open your inventory. But in Minecraft you don't have as many things to interact with either, so I guess it sort of makes sense. I need more stone before I can make a sword. So I guess it kind of makes sense that you don't want E to be the inventory button when you have a bunch of other stuff that you need to interact with E. But, I mean, you could still have it be some other key other than tab. I think tab is kind of a weird key for an inventory. And it's not just your inventory either, it's like, you know, your inventory plus your crafting menu plus your missions plus your skills. What is this? Jump with space of the glider mission. Plus your skills, which I still need to do, by the way. I think. I'm gonna do that one first. The skill tree is kinda... I don't know about some of the choices on there. Kinda don't seem that useful, some of them, but it's fine. See, like, hit escape instead of tab. I mean, maybe that's my fault for just, like, choosing to use escape as my exit menu button of choice. Anyway, the main reason I want a sword right now is just so that I can start killing stuff. So I can start getting some food. combat is not very good, but there's definitely potential. Because I do like the movement in the game, for the most part. There's a little jank. Like I said, with letting go of sprint, you keep running for like another half a second or something, which I don't like, but there's definitely potential. I think they need to, like I said, add interrupts of some sort into their attacks, because once you commit to an attack, like, you're locked out. You can't move at all during the attack, which is a bit frustrating. So for instance, like if I'm moving here and I click attack, I stop, I do the attack, and then I can't move again until the attack's finished, which is fine, but the way that a lot of games make their combat feel a little bit better is by giving you options during the attack to, you know, either cancel the attack or move a little bit during the attack. So like, oh, hello. Okay, I don't know what to make of that. Like, if you could hit the attack button and then like scoot yourself forward a little bit, or like maybe like hit attack again, which you can do. You can do combos in this game, but they're a little stale, and all they do is like move you forward a little bit. So in that sense, I would prefer to have a shorter attack that maybe doesn't combo at all, or an attack that combos in a more interesting way and is cancelable during the combo. So I don't know, I think that the dev team has some thinking to do about their combat system, and I'm sure they are working on it. Like I said, this is still like early access. I'm still so weak that I can't really do much damage to these guys. The jumping attack is a little more interesting because it does like the hitbox stays out longer for some reason. And the dashing attack is good. I like that they have like multiple types of attacks, right? So you have your jumping attack, which is this like flippy thing, and then you have your dashing attack, which is more of a basic jump slash, and you have your standing attack. I don't think there's a different attack for just walking. There isn't. That would probably help, honestly, if there was just like a little bit of a different attack when you're walking forward versus standing completely still. I think they've got the right idea. That's why I say that the combat system has potential, because I think they've got the right idea about what to do to make it more interesting. Alright, so I've leveled up. I've got 3 skill points to spend. I must have leveled up a bunch while I was talking. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and level all those up, and now I have access to the next thing, which includes... No, I guess the double jump is further down. Yeah, there's double jump further on here. You can increase your jump height. You can become invulnerable briefly, which is nice. I didn't get this one. I'm not sure what the crouch button is. It might be control or something. I didn't really try. Swimming faster. When you dodge roll, you become invincible, I guess. I don't really know what they mean by successfully avoid an attack. I assume that means avoiding an attack with a dodge roll, but I don't know if that's true. So I'm gonna get this one, which gives you more items when you defeat enemies. I feel like that's more useful for me right now. And I think when you level up, you just start doing more damage. I'm not sure if that's the case. You might have to like get a better sword or something. The best way to get swords is with the dungeons, which I will do. I guess I should probably just do it now, to be honest. I forget what else I can make right now. Oh yeah, they want you to make this detector, but the detector is not really that useful. It just tells you that there's something in the area, but the dungeons are really obvious anyway, and the other thing it tells you about is chests. But I feel like it's more fun to just find those as you go. Yeah, speaking of chests, I can make a new chest. And I can also make like farms and stuff, but it doesn't seem that useful compared to just killing animals. So I think all I'm waiting for here is I just want more food before I start going after those dungeons. Did I ever actually get... Yes. You can level this up more, which I don't know exactly what it does. When satiation point is above a certain amount, life gradually heals. And then the level 2 says the exact same thing, but in a smaller font. So I don't know what this level up actually does. Does it heal faster? Or does it make it so you have the threshold for satiation is lower? Or does it make it so that, like, does your life heal... I don't know. Does your satiation go down slower, maybe? There's a lot of things that could be happening when you level this up, and it just doesn't have a very helpful tooltip, so... Not sure what it is. I guess I haven't actually used my glider yet. There, I'll do that. What else does it want me to do? Ride the updraft from the fire. Yeah. Make 100 G from selling at the market. That'll happen eventually. Once I start trying to get rid of some stuff. Right now I think I'm still fine. Yeah. The inventory does get pretty cluttered, so even though it seems like you have a lot of space here, it will eventually get pretty cluttered. I guess while I'm waiting for the meat to cook, I'll just explore the basic parts of the island a little bit, find some chests. There's bears around, so I don't want to be a little bit careful about that, but I don't think they're too much of a threat, to be honest. I'm not at like a super high level right now, but the bears should be fine. I'll get more copper while I'm waiting, I guess. I know there's a chest like at the top of the mountain, so maybe we'll go for that. I think because I got the smithy, I can make a better pickaxe and better axe, but I'm gonna go for the dungeon right as soon as I get enough food. Okay, sticks is fine. The only reason I can think of to use a stick right now would be if my sword breaks in combat and I don't have enough time to repair it. But the combat, I mean, you'll see it's pretty easy, so not too worried about it. Alright, I think maybe I have enough here. 7. It should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go. You'll see what I mean. The combat's pretty easy. I guess the layout of the island is random, so I was thinking there's a thing here, but there might not be. Oh, there is. There's also a bear. But I'm just going to ignore him and go into the dungeon. Dungeon of Island. Some of that classic bad English. I guess chicken pots. Like I said, the only thing they give is like cooking ingredients, which is fine. The cooking in this game is pretty important, and it's pretty well developed, I guess, like compared to the rest of the game. For some reason, the cooking is really nicely done. Oh, they have different enemies in here than they did in the last playthrough. That's interesting. Maybe because I'm at a lower level? Not sure. But yeah, these guys just fly when you hit them. They're also not particularly interested in attacking me, it seems like. Oh, he did 1 damage. Okay. That's fine. Too many enemies. Okay, so I need to kill to open the gate. I wasn't sure because I just did it last time. I didn't try to skip. Okay, so that's a little annoying too. I also wish that if the attack is gonna move you forward, it should move you forward more. Right? Like, I'm slashing, but I have to get to the third attack before I really make any significant forward motion. And then the jump slash is like constant forward motion. It's like way too much. The constantly having to repair weapons is a little annoying, but it makes sense. Knowing that they were inspired a lot by Breath of the Wild, I'm glad that they didn't use that weapon degradation system. Where you just break your weapons all the time. Is that 8? Not yet, I guess. Getting lots of eggs from this, which I can cook in a cooking pot once I build that. Is that enough? No? Well, I can spend my skill points anyway. I think I am going to get the next level of this, even though I just said I don't know what it does. And then I guess let's do ninjutsu. How many are left? Okay, it won't tell me how many are left, but I don't have enough yet. See, that's pretty satisfying. I like this combat. It's just a little frustrating sometimes. And also these enemies are kind of dumb, because they just go flying whenever you hit them. I mean, it's kind of satisfying, but like, if they're going to go flying, then I would expect them to have less health, because clearly they're, you know, really light. It might just be a bug, I don't know. Maybe they're not supposed to fly like that. Okay, door's finally open. So there's another wave of enemies in here, I believe, and then there's a boss. The boss is really easy and kind of boring. Just keep going here. So I guess I said I was going to talk about meta stuff while I had dead air like this. I don't think these guys pose a threat to me right now. The fact that you swing in a full circle around you means that when enemies like this surround you like that, they just get wrecked. So yeah, meta stuff. So on this latest round of YouTube motivation that I've gotten, so I started off doing the Japanese stuff, and I was mostly inspired by Devin Nash to do that. Devin Nash is this sort of marketing guy who streams on Twitch and talks about the business of YouTube and Twitch and stuff. And his opinions are kind of hit or miss, but I think he just brings a really interesting perspective that just kind of inspired me to start doing this again. So here's the boss. He's really easy. He has 3 different attacks. One of them just shoots lasers at you, which you can easily dodge by getting on the pillar. The other one, he jumps and then does an AoE on the ground where he lands, which is fine. And then the third one, he like goes into a ball or something. And there's that attack, I guess. When you get really close to him, he just kind of swings at you. So here's the jump attack. And then the third one, he starts like transforms and spins, and then you get him, he follows you, and you get him to hit a pillar, like so, and then he falls apart, and you just hack at his core. And this is another place where that combo system gets a little annoying. So you just move past the core every time you attack it. What else was I going to say? I was going to say I bit the bullet and I downloaded the Adobe Suite products, and like I said, these dungeons are pretty easy. I downloaded Adobe, so I downloaded Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere, and what else was it? After Effects. So I've been using all 4 of those, doing some great stuff. I made a waiting screen for Twitch. I made a break screen for Twitch, like coming soon, or we'll be right back, or something like that. I'm planning on making a YouTube intro as well, but I just haven't made the time for it yet. You know, obviously Premiere is pretty good, necessary for doing all sorts of YouTube stuff. And then there's what else? Yeah, Illustrator. I've been using Illustrator. I think it's pretty fun. It does a lot of the stuff that I struggle doing in Photoshop, like basic shape type stuff. I just got a new sword, so I'm not too worried about this one breaking, but okay. Does a lot of the nice like line art and you know, basic shapes and things that I kind of struggle to do in Photoshop. I know there's probably an easy way to do it in Photoshop, but I just you know, I'm self-taught in everything I do, so it's a little, especially with like Photoshop and I'm After Effects and you know, Adobe products in general. There's a lot of these like shortcuts that that people know, like professionals do, that I don't know about because I'm not a professional. But I'm learning, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I got this green screen set up for OBS because my actual background, I mean, you can see it in the first few videos, is like really, really awful. Do I want to just go ahead and make the altar of transportation? I guess I might as well. So yeah, my production value, I mean, my philosophy is always just to like, if you want to do something, just do it, just get started on it, and it'll be bad, but you can get better as you go. That's just always been how I do things. And I think it's a good strategy. And I have been getting better as I go. Let's see, what do we have here? That looks like the best weapon for right now. I can equip this. I can equip this. And I'm probably going to have to just sell all these sticks. They're not worth much, but they're worth, what are they worth? Like 60? Yeah, that's fine. That'll give me that achievement for selling stuff. I want to build some copper tools. Do I have any more ores that I can use? I do. I'm going to do this first. Oh yeah, I was going to build a copper pot. It's not copper, it's just a pot. I need charcoal, which I have to cook in the furnace. Not in the furnace, in the campfire. So, do that. That takes forever. The campfire takes forever cooking stuff. I have 3 skill points to allocate. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of put them wherever, I guess. I'll just do more jump height. And then eventually I'll unlock the next tier, which has double jump in it, which is actually useful. What do I need for the next level here? I need wheat, flour, I need the detector. Okay. And I need 2,000 gold. So that's fine, we'll get that stuff as we go here. I think for this video, like, I'm basically not planning on stopping. Like, I'll just make it like 3 hours long or something. Because I want to get back to the place where I was in my practice playthrough. Which is not that far away. I had made the altar of transport and I was at level 3 in the tech tree. Or in the... yeah, tech tree. I guess that's how you say that. This altar is huge. I'm going to put it on the beach somewhere. Right there. Yeah, because I don't think anybody's going to really want to watch this video, to be honest. I'm just making this because I want to have more of an ongoing series with Craftopia. And eventually I want to make a multiplayer server, invite some other YouTubers to it. I think, like, that's probably the next step in the growth of this channel, is to try and do more collaborations. I wonder if this is just going to fall over once it gets built. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this game has a lot of potential. I mean, we'll see. It's still in very early development, so it's not like... Right now, it might not be that great of an idea to try and do anything big with it. Right now, it's still basically just a, you know, basic survival crafting game. You know, some of the problems I have with this genre are that it's a bit linear. Like, it's not technically linear, but it's pretty linear in terms of, like, you know, you build a basic crafting bench, and then you build a forge, which is just another crafting bench, and then you build, you know, a smithy, which is just another crafting bench for different items. And it's just like you end up with a bunch of crap laying around that doesn't really, none of it acts differently than the other stuff. It's just more crafting benches, you know? So, like, the UI is exactly the same for all of them. There's no extra component to it. It's just, they all work exactly the same. They require different materials, so basically all it is like working your way up the tier list of materials. And it's kind of boring, in my opinion. The thing that makes this game different is, like I've been talking about, like the potential that the combat system has, the potential that the movement system has. I mean, I haven't really been doing much in this game, in this playthrough, but like the, you know, just the ability to glide, and like there's a hoverboard in the game that kind of doesn't have a use right now, but it's pretty cool regardless. I think they have their priorities in the right place, and I think, and from the screenshots I've seen, there's a decent amount of automation in the game as well. It's just you have to get to the later levels to be able to see it. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's clearly temporary. Like, the only way to get these cooking ingredients is by breaking boxes, which I'm sure is not, like, not the final plan, but that's, like, their temporary solution. Alright, now that I have a cooking pot, I can make steak instead of just cooked meat. Speaking of which, I should probably just go ahead and eat a little bit. First. So this video is kind of all over the place, like I said, because I don't really expect anyone to watch it. As far as the playthrough also has gotten 0 views. All the views it has right now are from me. But that's kind of to be expected. I mean, the Japanese stuff is at least sort of reasonable that someone might want to watch it if they're learning Japanese. But for these ones, it's kind of like the people who are going to watch a no-view Let's Player play a game that just came out, pretty much exclusively going to be people who want to play the game and are searching for the game. But as a 0-view Let's Player, like, you don't have any SEO priority at all. So I searched, I mean, I made, as far as the like 4 days after the game came out, something like that. And I was just completely outranked on the search algorithm by the people who had made it 1 day before the game came out, or after the game came out. So that's kind of, you know, it's a struggle. That's why I think that, you know, collaborations are going to be the next step. Why can't I move? That was weird. That's why I think collaborations are the next step, because it's all about, like, discoverability. Even if I get, like, 10 views from a collaboration with someone who has 100 viewers, that's progress, and that's going to boost my rating in the algorithm, and then it's up to me to just make enticing enough thumbnails and titles to get people who have recommended the video to click on it, and you know, the YouTube meta these days is really more tailored towards like high concept single videos is how I'm going to choose to say that. Like I said, with Devin Nash being one of the main people I listen to in regards to this topic, I don't think he has it fully figured out, but he's looking at people like Call Me Carson and Ludwig and like a lot of Carson's crew, like Connor Eats Pants and Jay Schlatt and people like that. He's looking at them and saying that like they're the ones that are killing it right now, and what they're doing is they're making, you know, what did he call it, like experience-driven content or something like that, where like they're doing a big tentpole streams, and like they do play games in between, but they mostly relegate that to streaming and not YouTube videos. The YouTube videos are like supposed to be bigger and like more like you experience based, in that like you want to be there to see it and not just it's not just like some random ass gameplay like I'm doing now. So in that respect, I know that I need to do a little bit better, but also like, you know, I want to play games. I want to do more of the like Japanese type stuff too. I haven't been doing the Japanese because I've just lost all motivation to learn Japanese right now, which is just, you know, it's just part of my personality, to be honest. Okay, so that would be worse than my current weapon. That's the same as my current shield. What I actually want is better tools. So I'm going to do this. Silver pickaxe. Yes. I think I can make an axe and a pickaxe. Maybe I can only make one. But I have plenty of iron if I... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I still have plenty of iron, so I can do that. So, yeah. I mean, those are my thoughts on YouTube. And to be honest with you, like, I've done this several times. Like, I keep going, like, getting motivated, making YouTube videos for, like, a week or two, and then stopping. And that'll probably happen again. But I'm taking a different approach to it this time, which is that I'm trying to just like level up my professionalism a little bit, I guess. Like getting the green screen is part of that, and learning how to use Illustrator and After Effects is part of that. Making actual thumbnails instead of just using grabs from the video. I think that's a big deal, personally. Yeah. I mean, the content isn't going to be, like, dramatically different from anything I've ever made before, but, like, that's part of the thing that I've been learning from Devin Nash and the people that he's been talking to, is that the content kind of doesn't matter in terms of, like, people clicking on the video. The content kind of doesn't matter. I think it does matter, but, it matters to viewer retention and not necessarily viewer, like, acquisition, so to speak. But, yeah, I'm also trying to, like, make some strides in terms of... Didn't I make a... Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm trying to make strides in terms of my speaking ability. I know this video is not doing wonders for that, but I really struggle with... First of all, I struggle with, like, not leaving any empty space in my speech. And I also struggle with, like... Previously, I was swearing a lot. And while I don't have anything against swearing, I kind of realized while watching back my old videos that, like... I don't know, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, the way that I used swear words. It's a little weird, because it sounds really prudish, but I think it's actually just, like, it makes the videos a lot smoother when I'm not cursing too much, you know? And I'm not, like, some people can pull it off for sure. It kind of just depends. Okay. The game is kind of bugging out on me a little bit. Actually, it might be my keyboard. I think my keyboard might be low on batteries. It's like a wireless one. What was I trying to do? I was trying to unlock the next level, wasn't I? No. What was I trying to do? I was trying to make something? I probably wasn't trying to do anything. I've just been kind of rambling and collecting resources. So, alright, this is one thing that I've been trying to get better at, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break. I don't know, I've been recording for 50 minutes. Maybe that's good enough to call it an episode 1, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll come back and I'll record another 30, 45 minutes, something like that. I'm almost back to the place where I got in my first playthrough. I think I've been skipping some stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, so let me give it like 10 seconds for the YouTube end slate. And then I'll end it.